Justin Sun, this guy, oh boy, he rubs me the wrong way. And it's not just because he wears golf shoes to a convention. This Dare to Defy, I'm going to get to it. But let's start with, let's just get down to the facts here. First of all, the best way to learn, I've learned, to take it to an extreme, only listen to experts. Only listen to people who really know. Jed McCaleb, somebody who's an expert, for those of you who don't know, he created Mt. Gox. One of the first exchanges on in cryptocurrency, became the biggest in the world. He sold it a year before that thing crashed. One of the co-creators of XRP, which is now one of the biggest cryptocurrencies, and the creator of Stellar. The guy knows his stuff. As he says, things like Tron. So he took some time out to research. He was working on Stellar. Then, after a while, there's so many cryptos, he took some time to go off and study all the different projects. He was like, he was talking about it, and he said, but there's ones like Tron that is just garbage. People are betting on this thing for what? He's like, it doesn't even work. Who else says it doesn't work? His CTO. Why I should rebuild a new Tron. This article, and this is interesting here, if you click on it, it's gone. And, and I I find that strange because, so the thing is, the CTO, he's full of shit, right? Justin Sun, we should listen to him. That doesn't mean you take down the article. Craig Wright's articles are all over the place. He's a moron, right? So why would you take down his article? Why would that get taken down even if he is wrong? So what is his side of the story then, or an edited one? Why did that article disappeared? But I read it, and it was very clear. He wanted it decentralized. Sounds like he's a developer guy. Well, this is what he says, right? He was a developer guy. He, believes in the decentralized economy. He thought Justin Sun seemed good. So his judgment, obviously, he chose Justin Sun to work with him. So his judgment is flawed in the first place. Nevertheless, he's like, this thing is just, it's a joke. It doesn't work. Yeah, it works to trade the stupid token so that people can pump and dump and he can do his promotions and make money. But the network itself is something you can build on. It just doesn't really work. And it's definitely not decentralized. I mean, I don't know if anyone thought it was decentralized, but the CTO says there's no plans to make this into a decentralized network. And when you say it doesn't work, okay, yeah, like transactions, there's obviously things happening with it. But it's just a database, right? It's not a decentralized network. I wish, and if I knew this was going to disappear, I would have read it a few times so I could paraphrase better. I wish this article was gone. I don't know why. Now, somebody at the consensus a few days ago asked him this question, interrupted. He was doing an interview here with somebody who doesn't know anything and is kissing up to him, and someone interrupted. We can listen to him here, I think. Let's try that again. Why is it not going? I'm hitting play. Hello. Let me reload this. Okay. I hope you, that's
the reason is that
sorry.
This is like a human nature.
Why did the CTO leave?
Yeah, that's the thing we are talking.
Sorry, we're doing an interview.
The reason is we find out he committed into the bribery and corruption in January, even before he started his new business. That's why we fired them in the first place. I think like any company at our level, we are like zero tolerance on the corruption and bribery. That's also like one of the biggest company value.
Yeah, like all big companies, we don't accept any corruption. Really? A lot of big companies do deal with corruption. He also said, he committed this fraud in January even before we fired him. The guy just quit a couple days ago. And if he committed fraud in January and they fired him, why wasn't there any announcement of firing the CTO? Now, granted, obviously this is not a decentralized network if you have a CTO, right? There's no such thing as a CTO in a decentralized network. The whole thing doesn't make sense. And hey, maybe the CTO, he's probably not the sharpest tool in the shed either, working with this guy. Like I said, I don't like the golf shoes, but this coat is just really fabulous. I hope this is fur, right? I think it's from, there's a rare animal in Australia that on the extinction list, and that's what he used for the fur and the hood on his coat. I'm making all of that up, okay? And he's like, so it's all shady, but this is it with him. With everything, it's shady, and some of the shady things you're like, well, maybe there's a story, but it's one thing after another, constantly from when the thing launched. Oh, they plagiarized his white paper. Oh, this was recently. They said that someone's going to win a Tesla, and then the person won. Then they deleted the tweet that the person won, and that person then didn't win anything. And then a month later, somebody else won, and this other person that won took $28,000 instead of a Tesla, which is the same amount of money. There's no Tesla for 28. In fact, they advertise them for 39. If you can get it for 50, good luck. You know, because they get all the upgrades. Well, I might as well get that upgrade. Anyway, so 28,000, gave it to some guy who used it all to buy Tron's token. It's just, this is what I mean. It's endless with this guy. Now, the white paper, when Tron launched, they found the white paper plagiarized, I believe, and they plagiarized part of it from Ethereum's white paper. And then they asked him at this thing, why'd you do that? He's like, well, there were so many languages. It was just, easier to copy it off of someone else's website. He says this. I mean, it's unbelievable. What is this? We talked about that. What else was there? Oh, I remember another story. Alibaba. The founder of Alibaba owns a school. He went to that, Justin Sun went to that school, and maybe he said hi to Jack Ma one time. It's like, I'm Jack Ma's protege. Oh, my favorite is they got a deal. Was it with, I think it was with Alibaba, I think it was Alibaba. Tron has a deal. Oh, I was going to talk about this. Let me see. I'll keep my train of thought here. Tron hosting, is it Alibaba? To partner with Tron. And I was like, I remember when I heard this, it was like partnering with Alibaba. I'm like, well, okay, that sounds big. Announcement coming soon. And then it came out, they're buying hosting. And Alibaba wants some business. Maybe they did a few custom things, for Tron. But they're a customer. It's like saying I'm partnering with Google because I use YouTube. It's ridiculous. So for those who don't know, so DeFi, this picture, what is Dare to DeFi? Well, decentralized finance is where all the excitement is, and it's all on Ethereum. And by the way, Justin Sun has a Superman crush on Vitalik. I mean, it's embarrassing. Like, he looks at Vitalik. He's just licking his lips. He wants to do dirty things, and it's scary to watch. But anyways, DeFi is this decentralized finance where you lock up collateral in order to do trading and lending and create synthetic assets on top of the collateral. Well, you have to trust the platform that you lock up your collateral on. Ethereum is in the lead on this by a mile and a half, 500 million locked up and growing like gangbusters. This is the one-day movements. You see it's down. That's because the price goes down. But if you look at the, Dharma just launched, right? And what are these? So for, whatever. It was at 1 million here in April. 2 months later, it's at 23 million locked up. That's where all the excitement is. So Justin Sun is like, yeah, no one's locking up long-term value on Tron. A non-decentralized network run by somebody who wears golf shoes to a convention. Oy vey. I don't know. I look at him and I just, something comes up in my throat. Anything else I want to tell you? No. Look at this. Record video, only 10 minutes for me. This is the quickest one I've done in a while. Let me know your thoughts. Oh boy. And let me just say something because I'm going to get a bunch of thumb down. I hope all the Tron people watch this. I love it. One of my first videos that put me on the map, not that I'm on much of a map, but I made a video when Neo ICO went and it was at $50. And I was like, don't buy Neo. This thing is garbage. And I still hate Neo. Anyways, you know, a few years later, now what is it at $9? Anyways, I got more thumbs down on that video than ever. And I hope, you know, the Tron people come out and thumbs down me because that's a good sign to get a lot of that. I had like 100 thumbs down back when I had no followers. I was very proud of that. And, you know, it did suck. So I'm sure, you know, some people, you're going to get all, you know, I'll get your panties in a bunch about this. But you know what? Instead of getting all mad, respond in the comments. Show me. You know what? It's going to be a bunch of stupidness with it. They have this partnership. Oh, and the gambling. What about this? The only thing that goes on Tron are some of these gambling programs. What is it? DAP? Oh, I was going to have a short video, wasn't I? What's that? What DAP radar? Where the heck is that? ETH DAPs, EOS apps, Tron DAPs. 7,006. Oh, sorry. Was that $1 million? 182,000. Okay, that must have been. So Tron bet $7 million volume. Yeah, people go on and they'll roll the dice and they'll do all these stupid gambling games. Turns out, I understand most of the volume is in Japan. And Japan said, get the hell out of here. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But this gambling stuff, it does some volume, and it's not a horrible business, the gambling, right? And gaming, and these cheap games. It's not horrible. EOS has a lot of this stuff too. Yeah, great. But it's not DeFi. What was I getting at? Oh, the thing about Japan. Let's see if I can find. Sorry, I forgot to research that one. Japan, Tron. Let's just search that. Tron supports crackdown of gambling dApps. You know, so they got to leave Japan. But I heard it was a big percentage of what they do. Okay, anyways, I don't like Tron. Let's just look at the top cryptos. This is by market cap. I mean, look at Tron. It's number 10. Unbelievable. By the way, I think we're in the bull market. Little correction going on here. But, I mean, if you told me, I was like, a week ago, I was like, oh, if we can get over like 6,000 and hold for a while, this fucking thing is running. And then it blew all the way to 8,000. So at 7,300, you cannot be worried at this point, right? Ethereum was like, oh, we got to get over 200. That thing rocketed. I think it hit 270 yesterday. So we're in good shape here. We can afford to go down. I'm not worried about it. And, you know, one thing we've learned, and I'm sorry, Bitcoin maximalists must be hating life with this fucking... We're not going to get rid of... Like, I don't think Ethereum's a shitcoin. And I know Bitcoin maximalists do. And I don't think Stellar's a shitcoin. But I do think Bitcoin Cash is, and Tron is, and even Cardano. I don't think Cardano's a shitcoin. I think Cardano is a failed business strategy. It's just not going to work, you know. But I think they're all well-intentioned and actually nice, intelligent people who just, like I say, your restaurant opens up down the street, closes 2 years later, not because it's a scam. It's just fucking hard business. So is blockchain. Anyways, but Tron is a shitcoin. But these things, they're not going away anytime soon. Eventually they will. But everything goes up in these moves, and just like everything goes down when it goes down. If you're in the good long-term stuff and you hold on, that's where you make the money. You don't make the money by trying to trade a parabolic move. You make the money because you're in a little bit before, and you hold it, and you go through a few of these cycles, boom-bust cycles. Tron won't be around for a lot of them, and that, you know, there you go. Let me know your thoughts.